Let's go through 34 of my favorite jeans that you can buy right now for yourself, your brother, your sister, your partner, whomever. These are the best that I like. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Drew. What it do? It's nice to meet you. Let's talk jeans. As a disclaimer, I've broken down this video into sections, chapters, really. The first chapter, we're going to talk about my favorite pair of jeans, just no price is too high or too little, just my favorite. Second, we're going to talk about budget-friendly options that are still fashion-forward when it comes to jeans. Third, we're going to get into audience recommendations. I asked my audience, hey guys, what are your favorite jeans? So we're going to get into that. And then finally, we're going to do a rapid fire round listing off all of the jeans that I thought were relevant for this video, as well as talk about noteworthy retailers, multi-brand retailers, different brands and websites that carry tons of jeans so you can shop and have the best list you possibly can when looking for your jeans. That was a mouthful. I have to admit that was a mouthful, but if you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more because this is the first of many buying guides for this holiday season. Starting off with Montreal-based brand Naked and Famous, they make some of the coolest jeans ever. And what's even cooler about them is the price point on a lot of their jeans, depending on which ones you get. If you like Selvedge denim, go with the Strong Guy Dirty Selvedge jeans. They start at $176, are a midweight at 14.5 ounces. These jeans will rock your world if you're new to Selvedge denim. I was also impressed by the left-hand Twill pair of Naked and Famous jeans. These go for $165, which if you don't know, left-hand Twill is just a denotation for how the fabric is woven. It's just woven in this left diagonal pattern, which is really cool. It's a really awesome pair of jeans. And finally, from Naked and Famous, if you like lighter wash denim, I know when we're talking about Selvedge denim, we're talking about jeans like the ones I'm wearing right now. They tend to be a bit darker. So if you like lighter wash, then Naked and Famous has something called the New Frontier jeans. $92, a little under 9 ounces in weight, which is pretty light for a pair of jeans. And the thing about buying lighter weight jeans like that is that they take less time to break in. They'll feel a bit softer, and the fit on these, they look fantastic from a fit standpoint. Paired with that price and how light they are, I think anyone can get down with wearing these jeans day in and day out and feel comfortable in them just because of those three factors. Something to note, if you're a woman watching this video, the cool thing about Naked and Famous is they actually have on their website an entire section dedicated to women's jeans, women's cuts that fit body types that are a bit different than men's. Obviously, you have hips, you have a bust. Like, there are different things, there are different ways that women like to wear their jeans compared to men, and jeans are made differently for those ratios. So Naked and Famous also takes care of its women who want Selvedge denim, Japanese denim, but want it in a very modern, beautiful way. My favorite straight fitting pair of jeans are the Sugarcane Okinawas. They are the jeans that I am actually wearing right now, and I love them. If you're willing to foot the bill, which is, I believe, $270 retail, you'll find a lot of reasons why you'll end up falling in love with these jeans. I know I have. I wear these jeans nonstop all the time. The Neppy 50% sugarcane, 50% cotton fabric paired with the snake motif accents is what makes these jeans one of the coolest, most fun jeans in the world, at least to me. Sugarcane also makes a lot of similarly cut or similarly fitting pairs of jeans from the brand. They include jeans like the Sugarcane Hawaiis, the Sugarcane 1947s, and a sleeper pair is the Sugarcane Union Star. I've always wanted the Union Stars. I like that star. I like star kind of designs on clothing, and this pair fits very similar to the Okinawas, fits like a straight leg, and has a little bit of like fashion coolness to it. I really like those. For me, when it comes to Japanese reproduction Selvedge denim, meaning jeans made to look like old jeans but like with a twist, Sugarcane does it the best. A brand that has really caught my eye recently is Taiga Takahashi. And right now, Taiga Takahashi has two jeans worth mentioning. The first one is a pair of the Lot 705 jeans. They come in at a retail price of $279, but what is impressive is the shape of the denim paired with what seems to be a really high quality fabric. I also love a back cinch. I love that little back cinch detail. The other pair are the Lot 704 jeans, which are washed non-Selvedge denim from what I'm gathering, and there's nothing on the website that says that they're Selvedge. I've never personally owned these jeans, so I'm talking more kind of projecting what I think these jeans will be. Take that with a grain of salt. Take what I say about these jeans with a grain of salt. Really love the suspender buttons here that you can actually add a suspender to. That's really cool. I like that kind of stuff. Taiga Takahashi brand is a really interesting one to me. In fact, I made a YouTube short kind of highlighting a brief history of the brand. If you want to check that out to learn more about them, it's really, really fascinating. I keep talking about Selvedge denim. Let's talk about some non-Selvedge denim, starting with a pair of Livid Jeans. Livid Jeans is a Norwegian-based brand making some really unique jeans. Their carry pants, the Japan fabric version, are insane. I've had the opportunity to sample them a bit, and I love the way the fabric looks and feels, especially this Japan fog colorway. Oh my goodness, the wash and the finish on the way that these jeans look. Wow, I'm actually really, really impressed by those. It's tough to create a wash like that looks that beautiful, and they did a really good job. They do come with a bit of a price tag, but maybe it's something that's worth saving up for. Have you heard of a brand called Studio Nicholson? They are a London-based brand that have this very noteworthy style of pants called the putch pants or the pooch pants. I think that's what they're called. I'm not sure. I've never heard them said out loud. I have, but I can't remember what they're called specifically. I didn't do the research beforehand. I think they're the putch pants. It's sort of this balloon silhouette and it looks gorgeous. The putch Italian denim is made from organic cotton, which is really interesting. These are actually a pre-order, but from a standpoint of like beauty, these look absolutely beautiful on site. And then the putch denim pant incorporates like recycled polyester and other recycled materials into its construction. And I love seeing organic cotton, recycled materials, the things that at least tell me a brand is attempting to be a bit more sustainable in their production. While organic cotton is free of pesticides and it's cleaner for like runoff and things like that, it does produce more water, so everything's a trade-off. I know, I understand that, but like regardless, it's cool to see that alternative fabrics are being used to create such interesting and beautiful pairs of jeans at that. Unfortunately, when I started writing this script, I wanted to highlight a collaboration that I thought that would bring so much value to you guys in terms of shopping for jeans that maybe would be a bit more underground. I'm talking about the Kinori Orslow collaboration, but at the time of recording this, unfortunately, these have sold out. But I'm still going to talk to you about why they're so special. Yes, all the jeans pretty much up until this point have been really expensive, but I think no other jean besides this Kinori Orslow collaboration deserves its price point. That's not no other jean, but this jean in particular definitely deserves its price point. The way Ichiro, the founder of Orslow, uses fabric and creates clothing and dedicates his brand to just the highest quality grade of clothing manufacturing. Pair that with a really interesting and unique San Francisco-based designer in Kinori, and you have one of the most interesting jeans that have come from Orslow, I think, ever, because they're this like very modern, classy 5-pocket. I believe they're a 5-pocket pair of jeans that just have this super contemporary silhouette that look beautiful. They look like they'd be incredibly fun to break in and wear, and as you wear them, they're just going to get more and more beautiful, because that's the power of Japanese Selvedge denim. The attrition element of Selvedge denim is so high. That's what makes it so much more valuable than any other pair of jeans, in my opinion. The jeans are definitely worth the price, especially because of the fact that they use Orslow's fabric. The Orslow fabric is unbelievable. Full Count is a brand that's a member, or was a member, of the legendary Osaka 5. And the Osaka 5 were 5 denim companies in the 80s and 90s and a little bit in the 70s that help usher Japan's current Japanese denim kind of culture into this modernity segment that we're currently living in right now. Full Count was one of those brands that was one of the most important brands in Japan. They have a really cool pair of jeans called the 1101W. It's kind of like this classic straight fitting 5-pocket pair of jeans, but the difference is that they're made with Zimbabwean cotton, which, if you know anything about Zimbabwean cotton, it's one of those staples of cotton that just interacts with fades and interacts with dyes a little bit differently than American staple or Canadian staple or other staple types of cotton that you find in the world. I don't know if they make cotton in Canada. I think they get most of theirs from the US. They probably make some cotton, but I threw Canada in there for some reason. I saw these really beautiful jeans that I wanted to share with you from Instagram. They're from a brand, a very small Brooklyn-based brand called Silphium Studio. Their core denim is what caught my eye. It's something that if you like supporting young brands, maybe this brand is a brand you give a look because they're young. They have less than 5,000 followers on Instagram. I saw them on an Esquire article where Chris Finnemore was actually doing like a 5 fits series, and someone was wearing these jeans, and I thought that was really cool. I like the back pockets on these a lot. They're reminiscent of another pair of jeans that we'll talk about a little bit later, but the one thing about these jeans is that their inseam length is only 32 inches. And I say that because I wear a 34 inch, or I'm a 34 inch inseam, if not longer, because I like to roll my jeans so you can see the Selvedge ID. I'm not even sure if these are Selvedge, but I like to roll my jeans at times, so I need more than 32 inches is what I'm saying. So if you're tall like myself and you need more than 32 inches, maybe this isn't the brand for you. But this is also a message to all brands, not just Silphium Studio, that think about these things when you're making product. Like, not everyone, you should have a ranging scale of lengths. I know a lot of people have a standardized jean length, but Story MFG, what's up? I need a pair of pants that are longer than 32 inseam. I'm not coming at you guys. I just want to support, honestly. Last but not least, when we're talking about my favorite pair of jeans, and we're not talking about budget or price or anything at all, we have a women's pair of jeans, actually, a pair of jeans that I've tried and experienced with Lauren from a company called Rag and Bone. It is the Rag and Bone Featherweight Logan jean. I believe that's the name of them. These jeans are just, man, they break down the barrier for what you would think is possible for how comfortable a pair of jeans can be. And I think for women and for men, doesn't really matter, men or women, like everyone enjoys comfortable clothing. But I know for Lauren, like speaking to a woman who really enjoys comfortable clothing, like comfort is very important. And sometimes Selvedge jeans, raw denim, indigo can be uncomfortable to like try to break into. These, if you're a girl, you won't have any problem breaking into them. And the thing that I love about these jeans is that if you're taller, they have inseam lengths that match that longer leg length. So if you have a small waist and long legs, like someone I know, then you can wear these jeans. And if you have shorter legs, you can still wear these jeans. They have normal fitting jeans as well. Okay, most of those jeans were in the $200 to $300 price range, the average price being $268. Yes, I did the math. Someone can check me on it. I might be wrong. Who cares? But next, we're going to talk about budget options, starting from under $100, like $70, and going up to $200. That's what I call budget denim, and there's some that are even cheaper than $70, really. Starting off with one of the most cost-conscious pair of jeans, we have Bronson MFG. Bronson MFG offers 2 pairs of jeans that are really great for fit, price, and quality. I'm going to share one with you right now. The first one being the Slub Pearl Yarn Indigo Carpenter Pants. Not jeans in the traditional sense, but added them because you typically don't see slubby, neppy denim for this price point. And I think that you would appreciate, and I appreciated how cool these jeans were for the price that they cost. Second, we have and everyone hold your breath when I say this, the name of these jeans, the 46801 XX 1946 NEX model Selvedge denim jeans. Bad name, but good jeans. These are what I'd call just a classic pair of jeans. They will fit you nice in the thigh and down the leg. They'll fade up a bit. They just look really, really well done. And I love the fact that there are jeans that are this beautiful looking at the price range that Bronson MFG offers. They just need to change their name to something that someone like myself can actually remember and not read off. Just call them the 1946, the Bronson 1946s. If you're looking to buy high quality denim on a budget, then the best place, not even a question, the best place to start is with the Unbranded denim brand, full stop. The reason why Unbranded denim is so good, and I believe that they're owned and operated in part by Naked and Famous, which is really interesting, but the reason why Unbranded denim is so great is because they have all the bells and whistles of all the more expensive Japanese denim. Maybe not like the sugar canes, but they have a lot of the same features. But what they've done, which is really smart, is they've taken off all of the kind of things that make those jeans really expensive, and they replace them with still high quality but much more affordable options. Things like, instead of like a snake motif on the back leather patch, it's just paper, where the leather is just a little bit less of like a crazy expensive leather, right? There are 3 jeans from the Unbranded Denim brand that caught my eye, starting off with the UB343. The UB343 is this Neppy fabric, which is my personal favorite type of fabric when it comes to Selvedge denim. I love seeing those like little inlets of like fabric, kind of look like stars to me. And it's this darker denim. Note that these jeans are 18 ounces, which is a bit heavier. If you've never experienced jeans that are above 12, 14 ounces, then 18 ounces is going to be like, whoa, these are like walking in a little bit of a coat of armor because of how heavy they are. Next, number 2, we have the UB344. These are an 11-ounce black denim, light, simple, beautiful for everyday wear. You can wear these to formal events. You can wear these to semi-formal events. They're Selvedge, they're high quality, they look beautiful, and they're just classy. They're just a great black pair of jeans. Next, you have the UB322. The UB322 is very similar to the previous jeans, but it has stretch fabric. I personally typically go for all natural fabrics because I like the way that cotton breathes and moves and contracts in and out when you're wearing it. Stretch fabric doesn't do that as much, but what stretch fabric does do is that typically, from my experience, is that when you wear stretch fabric or polyester or something that has elastane in it, it's more comfortable at first, right? So if you have a little bit more on your midsection, or if you just are a bigger person, period, I find that stretch fabric when you're first breaking in a pair of jeans offers a little bit more room to find comfort in, as opposed to the more, or like not organic, but the more natural fibers like cotton. All right, we can't talk about my favorite jeans or the best jeans to recommend without talking about Levi's. So let's talk about Levi's. I have 4 Levi's that I want to point out right now. For the price, the Levi's 501 Original and the 505 are 2 of the most iconic pairs of jeans ever made. They are priced at about or around $50, and if you're outside the US, you might have to pay a bit more, which is what I've typically heard from those who are across the pond in Europe, Asia, Africa, wherever you may be. If you're in Australia, they might be even more. But the thing is that, when you're searching for these jeans, you can always go the vintage route. There's tons of vintage 501s and 505s. You just have to make sure you know your sizing. Just search 505 or 501. Maybe if you like distressing, you can add that. If you like darker washes, if you like Selvedge, you can do all of the searching for Levi's jeans vintage if you want. But if you want something that's ready tomorrow, you know what I mean? There's a couple options that are a bit more expensive too that Levi's makes, other than the 505 and 501 Original. So but I've become aware that they also sell 501s in a Selvedge variant. So it's not the crazy price point that you would typically get with other types of, or other brands of Selvedge denim, like Japanese denim. So they have like a Selvedge 501. They also have a Selvedge 505, which is another really, really dynamic pair of jeans that just doesn't have the button fly. The difference between the 505 and the 501. 505 has zipper fly, 501 has button fly. So you have all of the Levi's options. I'll replay them for you. Levi's 501 Original, non-Selvedge. Levi's 505 Original, non-Selvedge. Then you have all the vintage options. Then you have the Levi's 501 Selvedge, Levi's 505 Selvedge. Boom. I mean, you could honestly just live on Levi's website for those 4 jeans and you're good. Okay, guys. US brand Bravestar makes 2 really high quality pair of jeans that are so good. They're a bit underrated if you ask me. The first is the Mojave Western Cut jeans. These are a bootcut pair of jeans, and they're the first bootcut on this list. I don't know if people like bootcuts that much, but I think they're pretty fun. The back pocket articulate designs, like the stitching on the back, are so well done. You would think that these jeans cost way more than $128. If you aren't a fan of bootcut jeans, there's a ton of other options and sizing variations that you can go with. I think that the other option that I am highlighting is the True State Uppercut. These are like the straight fitting classic Bravestar jeans, 16.5 ounces, so a bit above a midweight. I would call a midweight anywhere between 13 to 15 and 3/4 ounces. And so this is a little bit above that. I think you'll get a lot of wears out of these jeans if you like the way that Bravestar kind of designs their denim and adds their little touch to their jeans with the longhorns. It's very Texas, very Western type of style of jeans. Last of the budget jeans, we're going to talk about the most expensive jeans of the budget jeans, and they are the Todd Snyder Relaxed Selvedge jeans. Now, I love Todd Snyder for a lot of reasons, because what Todd Snyder does is it gives access to pretty much anyone who's willing to spend that little bit more for something that's luxury, but at the same time, they do it in a way that doesn't tarnish the timelessness or the classiness of particular cuts. They keep it very in line with what's traditionally considered to be a classy thing, but they offer a lot of options too. So when talking about the relaxed Selvedge, it's affordable, relatively speaking, and they have multiple color options that I think a lot of people will enjoy if they're trying to find a pair of Selvedge denim. And Selvedge denim, once again, being the gold standard for high quality denim, in my opinion. I love Selvedge denim. I recommend Selvedge denim because of how it's made. You can't just make it like you can make projectile loom denim. So I really like Selvedge denim. All these jeans right here are Selvedge denim. Todd Snyder's pairs are really great. I think that if you consider them, even buy them on sale, Todd Snyder always has a holiday sale. So if you wait a couple of weeks, kind of around that Thanksgiving Turkey Day time, around that Black Friday time, they always have a sale, and it's probably the best time to think about buying something from Todd Snyder because things go on sale like 50, 60, 70%. Let's get a word in for today's sponsor, Squarespace. Are you interested in making your very own website for a brand or creative project? Squarespace offers a comprehensive amount of features to help you create the website that you've always wanted. If you want to sell your products direct to consumer, or if you want to showcase your body of work, Squarespace makes it easy to do that and more. Currently, I'm using my Squarespace website as a hub for all of my content and as a way to direct those interested to my podcast and social media. If you need a design to help nudge you into creating your first website, this is your sign. Visit squarespace.com/DrewJoyner for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So I asked my audience some of their recommendations, and you guys did not disappoint. They are some of the smartest people that I know, so here are some of their recommendations. Evan Payne recommended the Stussy Relaxed Fit jeans, coming in at $160. From my point of view, you get two things with these jeans. You get a very contemporary look, and you get brand recognition with one of the most iconic skate brands of all time, that being Stussy. Knox Bashir, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, recommended an old friend of mine, Andrew Poolhouse's brand, Poolhouse New York's jeans, the Pasadena jeans. Once again, another very, very on-beat pair of jeans, less known, but I know Andrew personally, the guy who runs Poolhouse New York. Not personally. I've talked to him many times, and I know he's putting a lot of love and a lot of care. So check out Poolhouse New York when you're looking for kind of this more contemporary, modern, well-fitting pair of jeans. Don't think that they're Selvedge or anything like that, but they look like they're well made. Now, talking about Selvedge denim again, one of the most common recommendations that I was given from mostly denim heads, and I when I look at the comments and I looked at through, I could tell who's a denim head and I could tell who obviously likes jeans, is into fashion, there's a difference, okay, whatever. One of the most common jeans recommended were the Oni 222s. Now, I think people like these jeans because they have a low tension aspect to their construction, which makes them feel a bit more broken in, and then they fade a bit uniquely compared to other pairs of Japanese Selvedge denim. Maybe even a bit easier. Oni owners, let me know whether or not that's true or not. Honestly, this pair of Japanese denim looks, these are nice. There's a brand called Unbranded. Kind of a crazy name for a brand. And they made one of the most beautiful pair of jeans that I've ever seen. They're called the Unbranded Type 00 or 00 denim jeans. I think that, when I think about Unbranded from a collaboration standpoint and from just a theme standpoint, their subtleties and design hits are so noteworthy because it's kind of like the zombie vibe. It has a zombie vibe to it or something like that, right? Like a punk zombie kind of thing. And you can see that in the buttons, the pocket structures, and you can also see how they still kept the fit of these jeans very contemporary, and I think it looks really, really nice. Two budget options that were sent to me that I hadn't really considered, but I could have included in the budget denim section, so if you watched until this part in the video, you're getting a little bit of the extra sauce for watching this deep, but they are the Lee's Heritage Straight Selvedge jeans. These are only $78, which is crazy for Selvedge denim. Selvedge denim for under $100 is a very a special rarity unless you're going with something like a fast fashion brand or something like that. So $78 for that. And then you have Madewell's Selvedge jeans for $168. Sorry, Madewell is another company kind of like Todd Snyder that does things just a little bit elevated. But when I saw these I've actually seen these Madewells in person being worn, and I was really impressed. I couldn't really even tell that they were something other than a really nice pair of Japanese Selvedge denim. So you can kind of see I mean, yeah, you can pay $200, $300 for some jeans, or you could pay $168 or $78 or $50, depending on which way you want to go. I think if you just have the right size and you rock the jeans, you're going to enjoy them and they're going to look good. I'm not saying that you have to buy $300, $400, $500 pairs of jeans. No. I'm just a bit of a enthusiast, a bit of a crazy guy when it comes to like jeans, how much I love them. So that's why I have the pairs that I have. And I want to talk to you guys about all the different types of jeans. So like I want to learn, I want to touch them, I want to feel them, I want to wear them, I want to give you accurate reviews. Okay, so there's one more pair of jeans that I want to talk to you about when it comes to audience recommendations, friend recommendations. I have a Dutch buddy of mine, his name is Toon. Whenever he recommends any product or talks about any product, I listen, because Toon, he's just connected to the fashion world and he's so smart about how his like insights are when it comes to fashion. He loves a pair of APC. I believe that they're called the standard jeans, APC standard jeans, $200 USD. Great cut and one of the more just classic jeans that you'll find on this list. I don't know why I try to say it in an accent. Shout out to you, Toon. Love this recommendation. APC is a really, really great, noteworthy brand as well when it comes to their denim, their Selvedge denim. There were so many recommendations. I have my phone here. I want to rapid fire a few of the recommendations that I was given, that I'll just show the price, what the jeans are, and you can take a look yourself once you click off this video. All right, here we go. Diesel 2001D Macro, Oni 200 wide cut, Orslow 107, Double RL Selvedge, Sugarcane 1947s, 1955 Levi's 501, Edwin's ED 55, Nudi's Tough Tony, Studio Nicholson Pyad Denim Pant, Wrangler 13MWZ, Nudie Rad Rufus, Naked and Famous Strong Guy, Acne 2021 M, Big John R008, Rigid 13MWZ, Levi's 555, Somar Raw Ahab Denim. If any of those interested you, I should have added them down in the description. This is a note to myself, and if I didn't, just search them on Google, you should be able to find them. Last but not least, let me give you a few retailers that carry more jeans than you'll ever know what to do with. If you want to, I'm gonna create this screen, so when I'm done saying the list of jeans, take a screenshot so you know that you have this screenshot of retailers so you always know them, okay? Blue and Green Soho, Blue and Green Denver, Selvedge, Blue Owl Workshop, Tate and Yoko, Hinoya, Hiroshi Kato, Okayama Denim, Son of a Stag, Stag Provisions, Canoe Club, 316. Take the screenshot. I think you'll have your hands full with all of these multi-brand retailers. These are the brands that I shop at, look at, all the brands that I care about when it comes to learning about, interacting with, and talking about Japanese Selvedge denim and the coolest denim I think in the world. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more. This is the first of many buying guides. As always, I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity in 2024. So that means I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity to you and more. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day. Abianto. Peace. Yo, what is good, PVV? Hope you're on one of the day. Here's fifth one time. Bop. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Post vid for the PVV. I'm going to give you two more retailers that the audience who clicked off the video wouldn't know about. You probably already know about these PVV, but two more I love in New York City. Left Field NYC. They're in Queens. They're in Ridgewood. Fantastic brand when it comes to like very authentically made New York City Japanese denim. Check them out. And then you have 316. I can't have this video be in New York City and not mention 316. They do a great job as well. If I missed anyone, let me know down in the comments, PVV.